All right, welcome to my next video in our node by node challenge where we're going through every single node in the shading workspace within Blender 4.3. So we've gone through the inputs and outputs and we went through all the colors for the color nodes, and then now we are on the converters. So we are on the converter today called clamp. And what clamp is it's going to allow you to input 3 different values, or you can input just 1 or 2, and it's going to take that result and be able to be plugged into a shader, for example, or other nodes that you're using. And basically what it is it's going to restrict the values of the output to whatever you set as your range or your min and max. So I'll give you an example of what this means. So let's say, for example, you had a Voronoi texture. You took the Voronoi texture and you plugged it into the base color of a principled BSDF. You'll see the design that's over on the left-hand side that it creates on here, which can be adjusted based on, obviously, what you're moving around on here. When you put in a clamp onto it, what you're doing is you're plugging it into the value, and you're saying, okay, I'm going to restrict the minimum and the maximum amount of the Voronoi texture that's being outputted into the principled BSDF. So by setting this on here, you effectively can give it the range. Now it's gonna be limited. You'll see that it stops after 1. But basically you're going to be able to control and limit the output. And you can do that with any of the nodes. You can limit their output by putting a clamp on them. Now, sometimes you'll see people use map range. Map range has more flexibility because it allows you to give the range of where it came from and then where it's going to. Clamp takes those and combines them together. So it would be the same as if you had a minimum. A from minimum is the same as the to minimum, and the from max is the same as the to max. If those are the same, you could just use a clamp. Basically does the same thing. Hence why you see this little clamp on here. But basically it's really just to restrict your output. That's all it's really meant for. So hopefully that makes sense. And everybody, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, follow, like, and share, and I will continue going through all the different nodes.